Now this has not happened in a long while. I actually have to record the screen and not get game or a window. Anyway, we are playing a demo of the game. Taimanin Asagi on Steam. It's Taimanin Asagi 1 trial. Because again, it's not a full version. We played whatever it was called, indie game parody of it. I thought, okay. I mean, a girl fighting demons, a ninja with a really wild imagination. And then I watched the animation. I regret doing that. Anyway, I actually checked if the game is kind of safe and there are no graphics that would be a problem, so let's get to it. Let's check it out. Oh, if full version of this will be released, I don't think we'll be able to play. Wait, why is it not in English? That is very weird. So like that, just the first line is not okay. Because I was sure that I've seen the text being in English when I checked if the game is safe. Anyway, without giving an eye at the artificial lights on the streets, I looked up at the dark sky with the crescent moon. It soothed my mind. This land, no, this demonic city of Tokyo, it was too tainted. By the way, I would recommend not watching the animation. Really. Because you will get tainted. The demons that lurk in Tokyo, and the harp of the taboo breaking humans, how filthy they are. I suddenly realized that I was laughing. I'm not going to do the voice for her, whatever. Never in my life did I ever laugh while on the mission. The demons and the humans that have struck back with them, they are the one that made me exist. The irony was at least a bit amusing. Or could it be the subtle fear of the mission I will begin shortly? I do whatever mission I'm given, in cold blood.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the animation shows a completely different way. You fail every single mission, to be fair.
Anyway, no room for human heart for that. Was it a spoiler? Maybe. That is the fate I should accept, as Taimanin, the anti-demon ninja. To accomplish the mission and survive against all odds. Oh, I mean, she did survive. But, still. With that in mind, I put my hand on my chest. It's beating, the heart. Alright, my heart is beating at a regular pace, as always. No station do I have in this mission. After this mission, my heart will still beat on, just like this. Or so you think. Sure. As a warm breeze blows through me, I jump from the top of the skyscraper, as if to let the breeze take me. Tokyo, the demonic city, corrupted by the demons from the dark side. Are there demons from the light side? There existed an unspoken rule, followed since ancient times, that humans and demons should not interfere with one another. However, the rule was broken with men falling to the dark side, and there are now criminal syndicates forged by both humans and demons together. But those who sought the right path were not exactly helpless. The government has established the Taimanin out of ninjas, the humans who can fight against the demonic forces. If that was actually true, that would be great. To stand against the foul evils, men and demons alike. I mean, not gonna lie, this thing would have potential for good anime. And they did what they did with that. The city was silent, dead silent. The heart of the city, desolate, at the dead of the night. I walked I walked through the city, technically, without batting an eye at the surroundings. I actually pay a little attention. No presence so far, but that's unnatural. Too unnatural. I could easily assume that the opponents should be surrounding me in a circle, or in a square, or triangle, or something.
向こうも慎重になっているというわけか。
I let out a deep breath.
いい加減に出てきたらどう？それとも虫けらのようにゾロゾロと地面を這いずり回るのがお前たちのやり方なの？
If I fight here, in the vast valley, nothing will work against me. Confident, huh? No bystanders would. If there's one place I would be willing to fight, it will be here.
ようこそ政府の犬タイマニンアサギ。
Can I spoil the name? I will not spoil the name. I know who that is, actually. After the voice comes the presence one by one. Hundreds of ninjas surrounded me in the vast alley, connecting buildings and buildings, and among them was a woman with the bravado of the chief. And this woman should be... Oboro!
お前が棟梁のオボロだな。その通り、何か言いたげそうな目だな。
Here, I slay them all. No one shall get away alive.
貴様の悪行もこれまでだ。
Or so she said. To my speech, Oboro let out a sneer.
何を言い出すかと思ったら勘違いしないことだ。お前が私を突き止めたのではない。
Her sneer has turned to a lusty, filthy smile as Oboro glared at me.
私がお前を誘い出したのだ。
Indeed, I am drug out, but I was merely playing along them. Are you sure? Arrogant they are to overlook my faults. There lies my path to victory.
貴様も甲賀の流れを組む忍者のはず。趣味猛量に組みするとは恥を知るがいい。ふん。忍者がお上に仕えるなどいつの話だ。タイマニン強しといえども、一人一人周到に抹殺してくれるわ。
The ninjas let out a deathly aura, enough for any bystander to lose their mind or pass out. Focus. Don't let the numbers fool you. Don't let there to kill get you killed? Oh, okay. The fight only lasts for a split second.
選ぶが殺す前にその豊満な肉体いじり尽くしてからの方がいいか？
Oboro let the tongue crimson look like that of a snake and licked her lips. My hand moved slowly toward the handle of my sword.
それごとは死んでからにしてくれる？いいね。さすがタイマニンの中で随一と言われるアサギ。数百の忍びに囲まれてもなお強がっていられるとは。
That's also one of the things that struck me during the animation. Like,
He's really the strongest. I mean, if she's the strongest, then the Taimanin kinda suck.
and by that I mean they are bad, very bad. But also suck, yeah. Oboro raised an arm to signal her underlings. Then the ninjas assaulted as being from in a formation, without a slight break in their lines.
やはり戦い慣れ、いや、殺し慣れている。
I could tell that just by feeling their aura, all targeted as myself. Indeed, they are Oboro Ninja Troops, siding with Nomad, the multinational syndicate force by humans and demons, setting Tokyo as their stepping stone into Japan. They have corrupted the city in a demonic hive. But that ends tonight. I'll stop them, end them here, once and for all, and then...
さあどうする？私も鬼ではない。
Wait, there are animations? That's crazy.
部下どもの慰め者になるなら優しく殺してやる
I
ぞ
have no idea what she
我が
said.
忍法とくと味わえ
Or what she said.
この人数で何をバカ
Some,
め
some technique?
忍法殺人
I guess.
バカだこれがお前の忍法私の体に傷を
魔私の前では多数は無意味
必ず復讐する覚えておけ必ず
Did not expect the animation. I slowly approached to Oboro.
ああ覚えて
Oboro, as her mind fades away, stared at me and grinned. I could recognize her clinging her dear life. But that means nothing to me.
Okay. But, you know, a few more slashes to be sure, maybe.
My blade flashed against Oboro's throat. From within the tender skin of a woman, I could feel the hard neck bones snapping at the same time. As Oboro's head flies through the air, the final scream echoed through the silent city.
任務完了
There is one line I could say about Oboro here, but I will not yet. 3 years later. 3 years have passed since the demise of the Oboro Ninja Troops. That was enough for me. After the fight against the Oboro troops, I retired from the Taimanin. Nice.
そうかもう3年も経つのか
After my retirement, I had nothing to do with the Taimanin. No, come to think of it, it was forbidden for the Taimanins to have anything to do with me. I mean, I don't see that as a problem, fairly enough. I mean, no regrets, no remorse, it was what I wanted, after all. I was in the park, full of shades of Viridian, almost unnatural for the city. I have no idea what's written on that stone and I want to know. The park was built after the bubble collapse. They collapsed, the Greens built numbers of tall buildings that would touch the sky, and in between those buildings they built the Greens, they just collapsed. Charity? Bootlegging? No one would ever know. Whatever it is, in here, the crowded city seems to fade away. Businessmen use this park as a resting place, and people dozing off on the bench is no rare sight. This too must be life in the city.
少し早かったかな
I mean, aside from the, you know, really, I would say, good potential of the story. I mean, potential for a wonderful character as well. And they did what they did. Okay, man, anyway. I checked my watch for the time. I was a bit early, indeed. Then again, I mean, it's just not my genre, definitely. Not my tax when it comes to anime as well. Definitely. The other one always arrives at the exact moment. I know he always does. I was about to meet someone in the park. He was the government agent known as the Elder. Okay. A former Taimanin ninja and the master of mine. Okay. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. My shadow stirred. No voice?
Sure. As usual, I take it, Asagi.
The words came telepathically from the shadow into my brain.
長老の方こそお変わりないようで
The bastard.
Oh, no. No need for such formality, please. As much as I wanted to see you face to face, but you see, things have been around.
He's the most important government agent who supervises the Taimanins. He faces threats at any moment. That bullshit. Should not be too surprised.
いえ私のようなものにもったいないお言葉です
I said don't be so formal, please. I'm running out of time, so I'll get straight to the point.
Hi.
Well, you probably wouldn't know this after your retirement, but taimanins are killed one after the other.
タイマニンが殺された
Yeah, and it's no longer your business, girl. For a moment, I doubted what I just heard.
Nine of them over the past few months.
9人20年で2、3人しか戦いで命を落とさないタイマニンがこの数ヶ月で
Now, isn't that a sign that Taimanins have gotten lazy? Or absolutely talentless? Or something? I could not believe it. Not everyone can be a Taimanin. If it was passed through the generations. Maybe that's the problem as well. Because it goes generation after generation, I guess, in families, right? And, you know, it's not like everyone wants to inherit the heritage. Whatever. Yeah. Plus, not everyone is meant to be a Taimanin, I guess, right? Wouldn't it be better to try and find someone who is actually meant to be that? Anyway, it was not because it was traditionally done so, but because one has to be born with talents. Which clearly they don't have, given the difference in depths. Indeed, the power of Taimanin is engraved into one's very genes. Or so someone claims. However, their physical capabilities, their martial arts, and their swordsmanship even surpassed the best of the class. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, sure, physical capabilities, that's sure something you can't kind of overcome, right? But the martial arts, swordsmanship, I think I would kind of say it's more about training here. But, you know, what do I know, right? And such Taimanis are slain, 9 of them no less, in a couple of months. The elder did not make a quick response to my surprise. Although I could not see him, his silence told me enough of how grave the situation is, and how pressed the government is. And, I don't know, I mean, he could do something about it himself.
They've been hunting Taimanins, assaulting.
That's a different voice, but whatever.
Assaulting them one after another and killing them. He's a truly horrible mess, no less.
Horrible. The elder chose that very word, which must mean that the method must have been extraordinary. Let's not get into the details of that. Something that would make a freak manslaughter pale.
Yeah, maybe.
Those who were killed were fairly experienced Taimanins, and nevertheless,
無残に殺された
Another silence from the elder.
what do you say, Asagi? Won't you come back? I'd like you to resolve this matter.
Don't fall for his trap.
私は長老の教えを破りくの一の禁忌を犯した身今の私にタイマニンの資格はありません
Or you could just say, you know, elder, go freak yourself. I'm no longer Taimanin, I don't give a damn.
I see. So your mind is set then.
申し訳ございません
I lowered my head even when no one was around.
Well, no need to apologize. You are no longer my subordinate after all. But
何でしょうか
the blood of ninja flows through your veins, that is for sure. You cannot ask for a normal life like a normal person. Your fate is bound to hunt you down.
And why is that, elder? I kind of know. Perhaps so, I thought at the moment. I mean, he called you there. Isn't that the reason why he's hunting you down? He's literally doing that. Come on. Anyway, but I left that behind.
私以外にも適任者はいるはずです。私にはもう関係のない話。
Okay, can you just say, Elder, go freak yourself? That's so easy to do. I left my fate as a Taimanin behind in order to obtain another, which is hard to come by.
Even if I say that this has to do with the Oboro troops.
Yeah, go freak yourself.
No, I cannot pinpoint that it is Oboro troops, but those lots who are slaughtering Taimanis are adopting ninjas judging by their methods.
So that can be literally anyone.
そんな、まさか。
I adopted his words, looking down my hands and questioned myself. Yeah, adopt his words. That can't be. Oboro Ninja Troops and their hands, Oboro, are with these hands.
Intelligence tells me that the Oboro troops have made a deal with Nomad again and started to lurk once more in the city of Tokyo.
Nomad. I should have known. Oboro Troops was no more than a lizard's tail to them. Nomad is the multinational syndicate forged by the humans and demons together. Nomad used the Oboro troops to prepare its advance to Japan, starting with Tokyo, which was fallen into the demonic city in no time. Nomad, like its name suggests, is active throughout the world with no borders. Rumors of the syndicate, both good and bad, are a myriad. There is even a rumor of its founder, Edwin Black. He's not a human but a vampire, the denizen of the dark side. Oboro troops are alive. Oboro is alive. Even if it struck her with my ninjutsu. She survived after her head is chopped off. Was chopped off. That cannot be.
そんなことはありません、おぼろ。あの女は私が確かに葬りました。
Holy crap, she has a six-pack. Oh, you can get the graphics out. I mean, get the text out. Like, you can clearly see. Holy. I strongly insisted, recalling the feeling of me decapitating Oboro.
Perhaps the survived lots have founded the troops again with the help of Nomad.
That would be the first to think of as normal. However, even with the help
of Nomad, a mere survivor gaining the power to slaughter the taimanins is only 3 years. That's implausible, to say the least.
Maybe they are more talented than those Taimanis. Maybe that's their fate that was counted. Oh my god. Certainly, the existence of their head, Oboro, successor of the Koga ninja, made the Oboro troops a threat to the Taimanins. If the best-in-class ninja is still alive, the assassination of the Taimanins must be considerable. If the Oboro troops is reformed with the empowered survivors and Oboro herself, the threat they impose would be immense. But Oboro was dead, decapitated by these very hands. More like those very swords? Anyway, no one could have survived that. Have checked!
If by any chance Oboro is alive, the one that fights her should be you.
Or, you know, go freak yourself and send someone else, dude. You go. If by any chance Oboro is still alive. Never did I thought that would even be possible.
考えさせてください。
You retire it! Tell them, go freak themselves!
I said to the elder and left the park. Taimanin is dropping like butterflies, one after the other. The casualties are getting out of hands. And it's probably done by the Oboro troops, which I thought I have decimated 3 years ago. To think of my past ineptitude has led to this massacre of the other Taimanins.
It's not your fault.
I walked, recollecting talk I had with the elder in the park, and was already at the doorstep. Realized I just let out a faint sigh.
答えはもう出てるはずじゃない。タイマニンを抜けた時から。
Yeah, don't return there, right? I talked to myself just to make up my own feelings. Correct approach there, girl.
ただいま。
My younger sister, Sakura, was in the living room. Normally she wouldn't be back at this time.
さくら、今日は早いのね。何？嬉しそうに人の顔を見て。
I said to her and she was there, staring at my face and grinning for some reason.
おかえり。私はテスト前だからね。うんうん。
As I suspected, Sakura nodded at me with her happy face.
へえ、テスト前。初耳なんだけど。今度こそ大丈夫なの？お姉ちゃん、可愛い妹が信用できないの？
I don't think that grades are everything, but as an older sister, I want Sakura to have a normal school life.
可愛い妹だからこそよ。ちゃんと勉強しなさい。また赤点ギリギリを取ったら。わかってる？お姉ちゃん、沢木兄が来てるわよ。
Huh? Sakura said as if to elude my knocks.
京介が？そう、道場に？そう、京介が道場に来てるんだ。うん。
Sakura stared at me, smiling happily.
何？人の顔をニヤニヤと見て。
I think she got you off her case, right?
お姉ちゃんでも恋人に会うとなると嬉しいんだね。
Even?
でもってどういう意味よ。でもって。タイマニン、アサギと聞けば、地味猛量も震え上がるのにね。
Taimanin Asagi, huh? Taimanin, goddamn. Sakura spoke of Taimanin, a word that reminded me of the incident I had in the park. No point in thinking over that, for I am no longer a Taimanin.
さくら、お姉ちゃんをからかう暇があったら勉強しなさい。やば、逃げろー。
The moment I attempted to grapple her, Sakura made a quick dodge.
待ちなさい。友達のとこ行ってきます。あ、そうそう。お姉ちゃん、私もタイマニンになりたい。
Don't!
お姉ちゃんは反対しているみたいだけど、私にも忍者の血が流れているから、それをみんなのために使いたいの。
Want to use it for everyone's benefit. Ugh.
Sakura's eyes were staring straight at mine.
さくら。だから、お姉ちゃんはこのまま京介兄と結婚して。私が立派にお姉ちゃんの後を継ぐから。じゃあね。
With a light wink, Sakura headed out. Was Sakura aware of my inner turmoil? Sakura, my younger sister, was caring for me.
Oh my god.
The more I thought so, the more I began to worry about her. It's not the matter of whether Sakura had the potentials as a Taimanin. To walk the path of a Taimanin, the path of a kunoichi, is to walk the path of endless torment. To always face the peril, sometimes at the cost of one's own life. Even love is a taboo for a Taimanin, so a pleasure as a woman is forbidden. And time to make Sakura take that burden.
何を考えてるの？答えなんて決まってるじゃない。
Yeah, I mean, she wants the... My answer, I cannot let her be Taimanin. I cannot post her becoming the Taimanin. Where's the save button? Thank you. Save this. Yes, that's why I clicked. I mean, it's her life, come on. If Sakura already means it, then I cannot stand against it. And we don't want to be a Taimanin ourselves, right? She spoke lightly, but when she spoke, her eyes were serious. Sakura must have thought over this on her own. Then she must have told me. No matter what I say, I could see that her resolution would not falter. Even myself had decided to use the great power from my blood, for greater good, and became a Taimanin, but now I'm retired.
これ以上京介を待たせるのは申し訳ないわ。
But for now I should go seek. Seek? Me? 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 What? I think it was supposed to be seek, but whatever. Kyousuke, waiting at the dojo.
もしオボロ人軍が復活したという情報が真実なら
Then you should get the hell out of Tokyo and enjoy your life somewhere else. Regardless whether I turn as a Taimanin, I should take responsibility for that. No! 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 Where's my choice? Secretly making up my mind, I headed to dojo where Kyousuke waits. When I arrived at the dojo, my childhood friend Kyousuke was wielding his bamboo sword. Oh no. Was a childhood friend. Ugh. I hate this troop. Neither my relative nor a government agent, yet the only person who knows that I am a Taimanin. The only male that I have given my heart to. And above all, the most important person to me. Kyousuke was my childhood friend. You told us that already. And a student of the Kendo dojo of my father, Yusai, before he passed away. Although I have quitted, Kyousuke and I used to spar with each other, training our swordsmanship.
Hey, Asagi!
That was definitely his voice. Kyousuke noticed my presence and put his bamboo sword on the floor.
もう汗で服が道着に着替えなかったの？武将なんだから。
I only like the girls voiced in this game.
Maybe because I kept him waiting, Kyousuke's clothes were dripping with sweat. Hurriedly I tried to wipe his face with my handkerchief.
It's okay! Oh, I can clip myself up! Besides, I've got to go. I have an appointment to meet someone.
だったらなおのことそんな格好で行かないの。シャワー浴びる時間はあるの？
Oh, Asagi? Kyousuke stared at my eyes. Or so you think. I know what he wants to tell me. I shook my head at his words.
いいの。タイマニーの話は。京介が気にすることじゃないわ。
Are you sure about that, girl?
Truth be told, for Kyousuke and to be one with Kyousuke, I chose love, the taboo. But I don't want Kyousuke to feel awkward for my choice. This is the path I chose myself, after all.
Oh, right. You're right.
Kyousuke answered with a slight embarrassment.
で、これから誰に会うの？
Kyousuke stared at my eyes and smiled kindly.
Well, family business. You see, there's this man who helped the previous Sawaki Kyousuke, the grandfather of mine.
Kyousuke is a descendant of a ninja who served Igawa, but he's not born with the blood or power of a ninja. See, it's possible. The predecessor had one, but as the generation descends from son to grandson and so on, the Sawaki blood and power faded away. Seems like it's the same case for the Taimanins, to be fair, given how many deaths. No one in his family now possesses any of the ninja genes or power.
そう。なら、私も行った方がいい？
It's okay. It's not that kind of business, and I'll be back in no time.
そう。
I mean, it's business. Why would you go?
That's right. Let's have dinner together with Sakura. I think I'll be at home by then. And
それに、何？
Bum, chicka, bum, bum.
well, I guess it can wait until the time is right.
Kyousuke picked up the bamboo sword from the floor and handed it to me. As Kyousuke handed me the sword, he held my hand gently, and his fingers ran through my ring finger.
What could that mean?
京介？何？
I stared at Kyousuke hurriedly.
Yep, I think I can say this with some confidence. Let's do this properly, not nominal. The marriage.
I don't give a fuck about that. It's so annoying. Like, you unsubscribe from something, right? And they will still continue bombarding you with text messages. It's so annoying. Wait, I can block you. Block and delete the message. So annoying. I bought that thing like fucking 1.5 years ago, and I unsubscribed him immediately. Anyway, he said that, smiled at me, and left. I felt maybe a bit cliche, but I felt myself on the cloud 9. At last, with Kyousuke. But it's a childhood friend. Kyousuke did not come back, even after that time. What could that mean? He did not even answer to the cell phone, so he had no choice but to have dinner first.
どうしたんだろう。沢木に帰ってこなかったね。
He changed his mind or something. Kind of.
そうね。
He will get hell when he returns.
本当にどうしたんだろう。京介。浮気かな。浮気だったらお姉ちゃんどうする？
Probably cut his thing out, right?
さあ、それよりテスト前なんでしょ？
I mean, you can't study whole day. I glared at Sakura.
怖っ。はーい。
After an act. Oh my god. Sorry, a yawn escaped me. After I knocked Sakura to study harder, I prepared for my departure. As a Kunoichi for Kyousuke. If Kyousuke thinks of me, as he said in the noon, I want to get things done once and for all. But for that I must find out whether the intelligence on Oboro Troops is true. No, you don't! Not as a Taimanin, but as a woman whose sole interest is her own happiness. Okay, that's just bullshit what you just said here. Asking what he thinks of me, telling how I think of him. It would all wait for now. Why? Why would... what? Let the old guy to bed. You're not in this job anymore.
それには情報が必要ね。
Each Taimanin has their method of gathering intel, which helps through their missions. I have mines, which you clearly don't use, Asagi. I know this person who is familiar with the information of the dark side. Well, technically not a person per se, but a denizen of the dark side living among a human society. Yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. I wore the ninja suit the first time in years. The suit fits on my body perfectly, for I have never let myself tardy on the training. I feel a semblance of cool and silence seeping into every corner of the body. At that moment, my sixth sense noticed the presence.
さくら？バレたか。さすがお姉ちゃん。
さすがお姉ちゃん様
or something. Sakura appeared from the dim shadow.
今のさくらの忍法？
I was surprised at the fact that Sakura was able to perform a nimpo, whatever the heck that is.
なかなかのものでしょ。だから私も連れてって。忍法が使えるということは隠れて修行してたのね。
Sakura told me that she wants to be a Taimanin. I want to ask her properly one more time. And I have so many things to tell her, as an older sister, as a fellow Taimanin. You're a retired one.
へっへ。おかげで勉強する暇がなくて困っているけどね。
Of course.
もうお姉ちゃんには言い訳聞かないわよ。
as I snapped at Sakura's forehead with my finger. She was smiling.
ねえねえ、連れて行ってよ、お姉ちゃん。
I don't plan to fight, only to collect some intel. Why does it say intels constantly? It would be a good way to show some ropes to Sakura.
わかったわ。でも私の言うことは絶対よ。いい？やったー！了解了解。さ、行こう行こう。もう調子がいいんだから。
I was taken a little back, but I headed out with Sakura at my side. I head to the center of the city along with Sakura through the crowded places into the abandoned building to the basement. There lies the border of the dark side. At the corner of the dark bazaar, crowded with humans and demons, is where my intel lives. My intel. Like, your intel provider, if anything, but whatever. The intel provider is an orc, the lesser race of the dark side.
ここは私に任せて。さくらは見ていなさい。
My deathband serious words were returned with a light, cheery combat.
なんか調子が狂うわ。
Oh, come on. What taimanins? 2 of them.
The moment he saw my face, the chief orc, big, made a great shudder. Orcs, unlike those in the world of fantasy, are less of a pig monster and more of a human. But still kind of a pig, right? The denizens of the dark side, with developed underjaws, fangs, and superhuman strength, but low and courtly and as smart as humans.
元気だった？ビグ？
Big. As always, it took to Big in order to get the info out of him, not showing a glimpse of weakness or compassion.
I thought you were retired.
聞きたいことがあるの。私が引退したと聞いて、結構羽振りがいいみたいじゃない。
They are scolded as the so-called breeding monkeys. This is because all they think is to get more of them into world. Now what she just said right now is a lie, by the way, predicting the future. After I retired, as the saying goes, when the cat's away, they played around.
Look at it, someone else's sister, so come on, will you?
あら、偉くなったわね、ビグ。
I destroyed that antique place near me in a single slice.
What the hell are you?
儲かってるみたいじゃない。高そうな古物集めて、多くのくせになりきんなんていい趣味ね。
There goes another one.
You don't dare speak the big clan like that.
Big swooped down on me, unable to take my actions anymore. And he got some hits. First, I bashed Big with the pommel of my sword.
Yeah.
女を犯すウジ虫多く。お前を殺す理由などたくさんある。それを忘れるな。
I mean, just do it, to be honest.
I held Big by his fat, bloated throat.
Yeah, apologies, Mr. Asagi.
Beaten down, Big did an about face at my admonishment. Typical orcs, always low and cowardly to the strong ones. I've got nothing to say.
で、聞きたいことがあるんだけど、いいかしら。
No, please feel free. I'll answer everything, even what I don't know.
I demanded information on the Oboro troops. He mumbled at first, but after I beat him a couple more times, he finally spat out the intel. According to the Big's intel, there was this dark business that boomed within the past year, and rumor had it that Oboro troops are behind it. The dark business in question was Chaos Arena, the Dark Coliseum, where everything is allowed, even the murder. Unlike the common illegal arena of blood and gore, this one was distinct in that all fighters are female. The loser would go through punishment, and it is broadcasted to the dark channels and source leading to a big hit. I honestly don't get it. It was disgusting. Every single part of that.
それにオボロ人軍が絡んでいるというの？
As suspected, the Oboro troops were not completely destroyed.
From what I heard, the owner, Madame, is one dangerous and sadistic lady, and also resembles Oboro too.
カオスアリーナオボロ
Chaos Arena, Oboro. You can bet there, you see. If you're out there, there'll be a jackpot for me. What do you think?
He got whooped again. I bashed him again with the pommel.
Ay.
痛そうお姉ちゃん死んじゃうよ
I mean, one less orc around, right?
あそうね死ぬかもね
I don't mind killing this filth of orcs, but killing them would be detrimental to the intelligence. And Sakura said it too, so I stopped my violence.
Ah, that hurts. Thank you, young lady.
Big clinks on Sakura, his face full of tears. That was a mistake of his.
Ay.
汚らわしい手で触らないでくれるおっさん
Good. And finally, Big fainted. Some of his fellow orcs were peeking from the inside, trembling.
私はさくらお姉ちゃんより私は厳しいわよ分かったらもっと情報集めておくのよ
And there was Sakura, yelling and boasting. I mean, I didn't hear the yelling, but like I have never seen before.
さくらえやりすぎたかな
Today will be a hard day for the Big Court clan. We woke Big up, asked him of the location of this chaos arena, and came back home. So Oboro troops were not completely destroyed, was it? And this woman, who resembles Oboro, bugged me. She bugged me very much. And then the night passed, and I barely had any sleep. Welcome to my everyday. I was, of course, processing through the info I obtained from Big the Orc. Their personality and lifestyles are definitely the worst, but I could count on the intel they provide than from any other sources. Chaos Arena, the Dark Coliseum, where anything, even the murder is permitted, and the rumor of the Oboro troops related to the business. And the owner of the business, a woman called the Madame, the chance of her being Oboro, whose head I offed. If by any chance the Madame released Oboro,
やつは首をはねても生きてる化け物だというの
might be an Ajin. The more I think, the more confused I am. I cannot reach to a certain answer.
考えても無駄かもしれない
That kind of thought suddenly floated in my mind. Speaking of Ajin, I should have checked. I should check if there is new volume released in here.
Because we are behind, as expected of Poland.
If the Oboro troops are not completely destroyed, and if they have returned with the help of nomads, it will be only a matter of time they target me. If then, I must ward them off. I was leaning against the wall, and my eyes casually moved to the cloud.
Oh no! It's already?
I'd better wake Sakura up.
さくらいい加減に起きないと遅刻するわよ
I heard the footsteps stomping hurriedly from upstairs.
はいもうご飯食べる時間はあるの大丈夫いただきます
Hurriedly, Sakura grabbed a piece of toast.
ちょっとさくら あなた女の子なんだからもっと行儀よくしなさい。
だわこくしちゃう。
What?
はいはい。口の中のものを始末してから話しなさい。
Check. I stared at Sakura as she hurriedly moved her feet and sought in protection.
この子ったら。
Sakura put a hand on her waist and washed down the toes in her mouth with a glass of milk.
目が覚める。
あなた、そのおじさん臭い癖やめた方がいいわよ。
よし、じゃあ行ってきます。
She saluted me as if she didn't hear what I just said and left the room.
ああ、そうそう。昨日、沢木に帰ってこなかったね。
そうね。それより遅れるわよ、学校。
ああ、ほんとだ。もうこんな時間。行ってきます。
You're gonna get late. Sure it is.
Translation.
Sakura hurriedly left the room. Sakura headed to the gate, stomping on her way out. Well then, now that it's all over, I could finally help myself to a breakfast. But I don't think I can have enough today.
京介。
What do you mean you can't have enough? Like there's not enough in your fridge? What? I knew it. I was worried. I was so worried of Kyousuke.
やっと胸を張って君に言えそうだなんて言ったくせに、私を心配させてどうするつもりなのよ。京介のバカ。
Without even a bite, I headed to the dojo. Although I knocked Sakura to have her meal, but I had no appetite this morning. Never in my life was I tired of myself, a fact that surprised even myself. Over scarce, whenever I was in doubt, I pulled myself together in the dojo. To me, that was the purpose of this old dojo. How many more times I'm going to say dojo? Maybe because I have so strong memories of my late father. I meditate, sing my swords. Sometimes I lie down on the floor with my head blank.
タイマニンを退いたら終わりだと思っていたのに。
Over as if that would happen to me. Not to mention to be happy as a woman. This turbulent heart is the greatest proof. Shame on myself to have such an innocent thought. Which makes me wonder if love is such a taboo for Taimanins. How in the freaking hell do you have generation after generation of Taimanins, right? It doesn't make any sense. If I can't have families and so on. So dumb. Even if I think of the Oboro Troops as a Taimanin or of Kyousuke as a woman, no answer is given to me. I would not get anywhere like this, I could tell.
京介、
I realized I was calling out Kyousuke.
どうして約束を破っ
Why, oh, why?
何かあったのかしら。京介のバカ。連絡ぐらい入れてよ。
Even while my mind was turbulent, I was speaking out words that Mrs. Kyousuke. Mrs. What? Perhaps I have already come up with some kind of answer.
私は
I'm going to break up with you. My sixth sense picked up the presence of Kyousuke. No, that's not right. The footsteps are light. It's not of a man. No, not of him. The footsteps are.
お姉ちゃん、ここにいたの？これ、ポストに手紙入ってたよ。
ちょっと学校は大丈夫なの？
I worried, but Sakura smiled brightly at me.
へっへ、心配召されるな、姉上。これも一流のタイマニンになるための辛い修行だと思っています。
What?
一流のタイマニンは学校に遅刻なんかしないわよ、さくら。
That's not necessarily true.
Seriously, I've got nothing to say anymore.
まあ、それはそれ。これはこれ。はい、手紙。確かに渡したからね。
Sakura handed me the letter, saluted me merrily.
それでは、
今度こそ行ってきます。
And off she goes.
本当にあの子は
This for sure. First, in order to be a proper Taimanin, she should stop getting late at anywhere. I look at the letter that Sakura just handed over to me. There was only the receiver on the letter, no sender, not even a stamp.
誰からかしら。
I opened the letter suspiciously.
何？これ短冊？
In the envelope was what looked like a single note, and a single word on it.
Oboro!
Oboro!
I focused my nerves out to the house and beyond that. A strain of tension flowed through my body.
気配は感じない。
The only presence I sensed was as I thought of Sakura heading to the school.
Wait, the school is in the other direction. What the hell?
Should be the addition like that. And those of several trespassers maybe, but none of them are demonic in any sense. I felt my hand shiver, holding the letter. Can you do the same thing for your freaking boyfriend as well then?
やはり、おぼろは生きている。
Or at least, there must have been some survivors. But I cannot disregard. And I had to yawn. But I was too lazy to move my hand to cover my mouth. But how did they find out where I am? There was no way it was known. Known. I have killed everyone who have witnessed me, nevertheless.
気配を気づかずに潜んでいた者がいた。
An inexplicable anxiety stirred within me, and my heart began to beat fiercely.
落ち着きなさい、アサギ。
They found out where I am, but I must not panic. I cannot see where they are, but I must not lose it. But if I have been found out, I must hurry. I must contact the school, call Sakura, call Kyousuke, or at least leave a message to him, and explain them what is going on. I must take the two somewhere safe, and face them on my own. I'm back, Asagi! I didn't see the living room, and here you were in the dojo, and I changed his voice again. At his sudden presence, my blade almost struck the throat without a single check. Oh, what's going on?
京介？
The dagger paused only so close. I must have been taken back by the letter, but there was Kyousuke in front of me. Sorry, I must have startled you. What's up? Normally you would have sensed it was me.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと考え事があって。
I had nothing to be sorry about. Kyousuke looked at my distracted face and smiled back as if relieved. Is it? I see. You must be tired. I can tell that from your face. Tired, perhaps. The moment I saw the warm smile of my fiancé, Kyousuke, my heart was...
He's technically not your fiancé yet. He did not propose.
My heart was certainly healed. The fact that I was healed was the proof that I was pushing it too hard. Are you alright, Asagi?
大丈夫。
How much this warm smile had healed me, a Taimanin who have been living through the harsh world. How happy I was to see Kyousuke return and here to meet me. I know how I feel of Kyousuke, more than anyone. More than anyone. What's the matter, Asagi? Almost forgot I recalled a strain of anger.
京介、昨日は
I deliberately made my scary face and tried to appeal that I was upset.
Sorry. I get many things.
いろいろそう、聞かせていただこうかしら。
Yeah, I mean, if he has nothing to hide.
Okay, must say this so you can understand me.
He said that and produced a small case from his person. I found myself letting out a small gasp. I already knew what was inside even without seeing it myself. It was the one I've been dreaming of. For Kyousuke. To give me! No, I don't even care what's inside. I wanted his words when he gave it to me.
I should have done this with some mood or something, but I want to give this to you as fast as I can, and I want to tell you as fast as I can.
I mean, very big plus, in my opinion, for him, for one thing. He's not doing this in public, and there is no one else around. That's how it should be done.
Kyousuke.
My heart beat madly and my voice was trembling.
I like the idea of doing it like this, but with nothing, so it's not really expensive. But I wanted to give you a ring. I got it from a gacha machine.
京介言って。私その言葉の指輪より聞きたい。
I stared at Kyousuke's eyes. This must be nice, right? Like, not caring about the money of the partner. Anyway, Kyousuke stared back at my eyes and nodded with a warm smile.
I want to be with you forever. So, would you marry me?
I was well aware that my feelings were jazzed up. I have thought that I was always calm and self-controlled, that I can keep my cool on any situation, but I was wrong. I, for now, was nowhere near cool. My cheeks blushed red, all I could think of was to embrace every syllable he spoke.
卑怯よ。何を今さら。照れるじゃない。
Truth be told, I could not express myself to him. That almost made me hate myself. But I was certain that Kyousuke must understand how I feel behind this shrinking facade.
I'd like to see how it looks on a finger.
On your fingers, really? Come on, game. I put on the ring, with the coolest facade I can make, while I suppressed my madly beating heart. I want him to put it on me, that was what I thought. I put the ring, handed over by Kyousuke, on my ring finger and pushed it in. Tingling.
容器。
I look around, alarmed.
今ほんの微量だけど容器を感じた気がする。
What's the matter? You look scary. You didn't like it?
そんなことないわ。その京介。
Kyousuke, you didn't bend the knee. Should have bent the knee. That's the only moment when you are allowed to bend the knee. I, at this moment, was undoubtedly happy. My resignation as a Taimanin, my desire for happiness as a woman, and the cost of violating the oath, my desire to be with Kyousuke forever. I thought all those were not for naught.
ありがとう京介。私嬉しい。
It makes me happy to...
I pulled the ring down my ring finger. Tingling. I knew it! This time it was clear. I sensed demonic presence. This is a presence of the dark side itself. Even if it wasn't, my timing blood was warning me that such presence was close. What about my surroundings? No sign of presence outside of the house, as suspected. Lee, come on, it's obviously the freaking ring, god damn it. Then where could it be? Around me. Around me?
Kyousuke!
Around me, in front of me, was only Kyousuke. But why? Why? Why do I feel this evil aura from him?
Looks good on you, Asagi.
京介。
No doubt about it, the aura was radiating from him. However faint, the aura was mixed with Kyousuke's kindness, reeking of evil like a rotting stench.
What's the matter, Asagi?
I took Kyousuke by his shoulders and shook him hard.
京介聞いて。最近おかしなことはなかった？昨日何があったの？
I was upset. Something dark was possessing Kyousuke. If then, I must root it out. Lest Kyousuke. Kyousuke. All was well up until yesterday when we were at the dojo. The only moment I could think of was the last night when Kyousuke was out of contact. It's all my fault. Because I loved him. If only I were with him, he wouldn't end up like this. What did I just say? He wouldn't have ended up like this. I dragged Kyousuke into this. Because I wanted to be happy as a woman.
Yes, I'm really sorry. You must be upset.
早く手を打たないとあなたは。
Kyousuke was staring at the ceiling with his eyes blank.
Something strange. Welcome to think of it. I just realized how stupid a woman you've become so far.
Kyousuke lifted his hand slowly to his throat.
Really? A woman falls so easily once a man teaches her the pleasures. Taimanin Asagi.
And then he leapt back. No, it can't be.
I got you. Inpo, Saimin Kakunin.
Kyousuke lets out a manic laughter and made a finger sign. The ring of my finger shimmered demonic light, melted my skin and seeped away. Told you! It's the ring!
まだ気づかぬか。
And I did not even
あなたに
remember it
首を
from
は
the
ねられ
anime.
たおぼろよ。
Not gonna lie. I mean, from the animation, I literally only remembered these guys. Then Kyosuke's face changes into a face full of evil. Is this thing in front of me? It is not Kyosuke? The thing that took the shape of Kyosuke called itself Oboro? Oboro as the one whose head I offed 3 years ago. The thing in front of me developed tumor from every inch of its skin and spread out the fleshy tentacles.
どうしたタイマニンアサギ。久しぶりの再会だというのに。なんという面だ。
I mean, look at yourself! I do not care if I can understand what is going on. I don't care if my happiness as a woman was stomped upon. Right now I focus on fighting and saving Kyosuke.
人の体まで捨てて醜く生きながらえたのか、おぼろ。
Suppressing my urge to shout out, I gave a sharp glare against the thing in front of me.
ああ、過当な妖魔に身を宿し、一命を取り留めた。この美しい私が。
Beautiful, really. Let's not go that far.
Of course, with the hand will be. The promise.
確か復讐とか言っていたわね。
Nothing special.
その通りだ。この人外の体に醜い体になり果てたのも全ての貴様に借りを返すためよ。
She's angry, you can hear that. What a tremendous aura. She has taken an inhuman body, said Oboro. And indeed, the presence of the thing in front of my eyes was nothing short of a thing out of a human being.
醜い体か。醜い心を持つお前にはお似合いよ。
But I shall fight even if the opponent is not a human, and this time I will definitely send her back to hell.
貴様のせいで人間ではなくなったが、地味猛量となるのも悪くない。
Hi.
このように人間を乗っ取ることができたのだからな。
The tumor across Kyosuke's body bloated for a brief moment, turned into a shape of Oboro with her ninja suit.
何？
That's disgusting. We hijacked him. As I suspected, he was not a mere disguise or manipulating Kyosuke's body.
安心しろ。お前の恋人は生きているぞ。私はこの体に寄生しているだけに過ぎん。
Flower petals stormed around me, and the next moment I was in my Taimanin attire.
どうするつもりだ？恋人ごと私を殺すか？いいな。それもいい。
Can you not show Oboro, please? My decisions are swift. With my power of Taimanin, I can stamp Oboro out of Kyosuke. At first, I have to stop Oboro, but without killing her.
まず手足を砕く。その後でゆっくりとお前を取り除く。
Don't tell her your plan.
さすがは私を殺した女だ。男とじゃれついていた時は心底がっかりしたが嬉しいぞ。
すぐに地獄に送り返してやる。おぼろ。
お前はすでに我が忍法の術中にあることを忘れるな。この男と同じようにな。
A ring.
What was that? The shock running through my body.
体が動かない。
I mean, the moment you felt the zap when putting the finger on putting the ring on the finger. I mean, could it be that I was already under her spell? My body wouldn't budge.
これが私の忍法。触媒よ。あの指輪を身につけたのがお前の最後だったな。
Oboro's hideous laughter echoes through the chamber.
Actually, you know what? No, she's not bad looking. I mean, if you get rid of all those problems around.
Anyway, no, I can't move.
もはやお前は己の意志では動くことはできぬ。私の操り人形となったのだ。
Move, damn it, move!
If I can't move, Kyousuke cannot be saved.
私を醜い魔物にした罪、償わせてあげる。たっぷり。
Yeah, I mean, as a demon, you're ugly. Yeah. But anyway, I had to admit that I cannot escape from her spell as of now. What? What do you mean?
But Taimanins are so great.
All because I was careless and soft. But there was one thing that I could not comprehend. How on earth did Oboro find out my whereabouts or about my lover, Kyousuke? I could tell you. Do you guys want to know? I can tell you. Because I know. Ever since I've become a Taimanin, I have never left any trace of myself that would bite me back. I know the answer to that. Why? How?
何か聞きたそうな顔してるじゃない。いいわ。私今気分がいいの。答えてあげる。
どうやって知った？私の居場所が京介の存在を。
I mean, then again, you said this is your father's dojo, so this is literally your family's home still, right? People would already know about me.
それはね。やめた。教えてもお前が私の傀儡人形であることは変わりないのだから。
I know the answer. Do you guys want
私
to
が術
know?
を解かない限り、お前は永遠に私の操
I
り
won't tell you.
殺してください。泣いて許しを請うようになったら考えてみる。
I wonder if she would like cut out her finger with that one. I mean, a moment of, not being under control. Cutting out the finger. And let's go. Maybe it will work.
心が醜い女ね。そのおぞましい姿、とってもお似合いよ。
Really? Really? You are still talking like that? Oboro pumped her fist in my mouth, flooding you with blood.
いいわ。あなたの頬。柔らかくて殴り心地が他の女より格別だ。
Oboro started to lick her finger as if touching herself. Well, for a brief moment, Oboro's evil face appeared and faded away. And sudden slumber falls upon me.
さあ、眠れ。その誇り高い瞳、いつまで保てるかしら。たっぷりと地獄を見せてあげる。
Oboro's man shrieking laughter fades away. Oboro's spell takes effect, dragging me into a deep slumber. With my last willpower, I spat blood on the floor. He styled with saliva, indistinguishable in untrained eyes, but it stuck on the floor as I wanted. The invisible blood sign, unknown to the classmen of Iga. An Iga ninja will be able to read the blood sign by their scent. This note, written in blood, will warn Sakurai who will liberate me. Oboro, I swear I will send you back to hell. I made a faint smile and sunk into a deep slumber. That was dope, don't worry. Well, end of trial. We should meet shortly.
We'll see about that. Because, as I said, I mean, if we were to get further with the game, I think no.
I mean, this game was released in Japan and so on, right? Is it popular in Japan? Like, honestly, is it? If so, what is wrong with you? I'm speaking animation-wise, okay, right now, still, because when Oboro at the end said that oh, it's a browser here, okay. When Oboro said that she will give hell to Asagi, there is one thing she did not mention. That hell will have to watch, okay? And it was hell, for me at least, okay? Yeah, definitely not my kind of animation. If there is the game release of Taimanin Asagi, technically one, I mean, we'll see. If we could skip through bad parts, we'd probably have like one more episode. Or something like this. I'm not sure. Anyway, I brought this to you because I don't know why. Because it was in my Steam library for some reason. What was the reason for it in being in my? It was free. That's why it was in my Steam library. And I basically every single evening browse. Okay, what's released? Free. Install in the library. Uninstall to the not installed folder, and so on. I don't know, man. I feel like honestly, this thing could have been done nicely, and not in such a disgusting way, to be honest. Later on, when it comes to this. Because I feel like this had a big potential. All the CG is locked, as you can see. I mean, this is a trial, so obviously. Anyway, we will actually play some more of Taimanin Asagi as well. So I don't know if it will come one after the other, but there will be more for sure. For now, hope you enjoyed this one. For your safety, don't check the animation, and have a wonderful day. Unless, really. On the other hand, I mean, we have NNN still, so to be fair, this animation is a good protector. You will actually survive NNN after watching that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.